The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Robertson Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Antoine Sims, the outstanding coach at Tates Creek High School. Coach, you got them playing some good Commodore football over there.
Playing great ball right now, trying to take it into the playoffs.
Playoffs 8-2, could easily be, 9-1, and some feel maybe 10-0. You never know.
Yeah, we can't talk about
That's
it now.
right. You're 8-2 right
We're
now.
8-2.
That's right. And the playoffs coming up. Coach Sims is going to be in with us with his outstanding seniors as well. And we've got a great feature. Little P, that's our roving reporter, we call him, Coach Sims. He goes out. You never know where he's going to go. Well, he's going to go out and talk to Bo Allen, that great quarterback at Lexington Catholic. It's already committed to the University of Kentucky verbally.
Right. He's putting up big numbers over at Lexington Catholic. I'm impressed with the young man.
5 touchdowns last week in that big game for him, that young man. So Little P is going to go one-on-one with him. Also, our scholar athletes, Coach Dale Groupie does a fantastic job at Henry Clay Volleyball. 3 young ladies. Their GPAs, if you totaled them all up, would be, I'm not kidding when I say this, probably above a 14. I mean, because every one of them 4.49, 4.5. I didn't know you could achieve those kind of GPAs.
That's pretty impressive. Congratulations to those young ladies for achieving that.
And Coach Groupie's in with them as well. And we got another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Coach, we're heading down 27 to Sutherland Chevrolet, our sponsor there at Sutherland Chevrolet. You never know where we're going to go with that thing. Never know where it's going to end up.
Look forward to them
could
coming
be Anderson,
out, checking us out.
Could be Tates Creek. Yeah, it could be Tates Creek. You never know. And Jake Jacobs is in, the athletic trainer at Bryan Station. We're going to talk to him about supplements. Are they really required? But you know what we got? We got the playoff highlights coming up on Game Time. These highlights with Brian Mile and Lee K. Howard, brought to you by PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky.
Well, EK, all season long, teams across the state have been preparing for this night, the first week of the playoffs, when the games really start to count.
They do, and tonight the postseason kicks off across the Commonwealth. We begin with the new kids in town, Frederick Douglass. The Broncos beat Lafayette 29-14 back in early September. So tonight was the rematch in round number 1. It's the first ever playoff game for Douglass, having a great year. The Broncos had a 7-6 lead in the second quarter. Montavian Bean trying to buy some time in the backfield. He escapes one tackle, but he can't get away from the second. He is taken to the ground. The ball pops free, and Cameron Morgan scoops it up for the Generals. He's going the other way for the score to give Lafayette the lead. Now, meanwhile, Bean was injured on the play, had to be helped off the field, later needed crutches to get to the locker room. And Douglass would rally in the second half to get the win, 28-12.
And over at Tates Creek, the Commodores hosting Bryan Station. The Creekers beat the Defenders 38-8 in the regular season. Bryan Station just 1 win this season. So another rematch tonight, Lee K. And it wasn't that cold. Station trailing 14-7 and going on 4th and goal from the 6th. No good. First play for Creek following the turnover on downs. Cam Workman to Devonta Clay, and he finds some space. Clay picks up 83 yards and led to a LeBron Warner touchdown run to make it 21-7 Commodores. Defenders answer though, Jalen Burbage. He has this fade route to Terrence Clayton Murphy to cut the Creek lead 21-14, but the door is at a field goal at the half. 24-14 was the score. Commodores roll in the second half to win 53-14.
Welcome back in. We want to thank, of course, Bob Roberts Insurance out in Richmond, Kentucky. You know them out there. You pass them up every day going to Model High School, don't you?
Every day.
Bob Roberts Insurance. They've been in business a lot longer than you've been around. 40 years. Sure. I don't think that you've been around that long. But speaking of our team of the week, what a great team it is. Coach Sims, you did the opening with me. Great job. There's not much you can't do. Pulled you into radio a few years ago. You were good at that. So, and boy, this Commodore team, I've seen you in person a couple of times, Coach, and you've done a terrific job with this team. 8-2 record right now. Right. That is what it is. Maybe it should be 9-1, but 8-2 right now. What has been the biggest reason you think for this success?
I think our players' dedication in the off season. We spent 6 months in the weight room to get
6 months.
6 months, January through June. We didn't go outside. We didn't have spring ball. And focusing on getting stronger. You have to be strong in the 6A football in the state of Kentucky to be successful is one of the reasons. Their dedication, making sacrifices, being at practice, not making excuses for not being at practice, and really wanting to be great football players, high school football players. And I think they've dedicated themselves to that to get to this point.
Yep.
We had a great regular season, 8-2. It is what it is. We don't have any complaints about it.
Yep.
And no shoulda, coulda, woulda about it. We did our job. We won the district. Now it's time to go show the state of Kentucky what we're made of at Tates Creek High School.
Absolutely.
Coach, tell us a little more about these 3 seniors.
Well, first off, we got Clayton Cruz. Clayton Cruz is a 3-year starter for us at offensive tackle. He's played some center for us. He's been a solid base for us up front. He's one of the main reasons we're having success on the ground, and also one of the main reasons we're having success on the field, period. His dedication, he had perfect attendance in the offseason this year, so he's really put forth the effort to be a successful football player. Next, we have Jaden Barrett. Jaden is also a 3-year starter for us. He's a receiver in DB. He's had to play a little bit more DB this year just based on numbers and experience-wise, and he's doing a great job on both sides of the football for us. Continue to look for him to be successful. And last, we have Cam Stewart. Cam Stewart is like the leader of our defense. He's our inside linebacker. He's usually one of the ones when we, at the end of the game, we look at the stats, he's having top end tackles, or he's somewhere around the football every play. So these young men have been with us for 4 years now, and all 3 of them 3-year starters, to be quite honest. And they've had some experience playing. So as freshmen, most of them. And, I mean, that's part of the main reason we had the success we've had so far.
Coach just hit on it there, Cam, but this team has enjoyed a lot of winning, a lot of success. What role have you had in that role there at Tates Creek?
Just making sure that I do my job to the best of my abilities and make sure my teammates are doing the same, keeping them motivated, keeping myself motivated at that.
Jaden, the receivers have been a big reason for the passing game shining this year. How would you rate the wide receivers on your guys' team?
We did pretty good so far. And we can do a lot better, but this week we come out strong and better than we have previously.
Well, Clayton, we already heard Coach Sims talk about your dedication in the weight room and your perfect attendance and all that. Does having this big fella here, a former lineman, does that help you there at Tates Creek being a lineman yourself?
It's big for us. He always teaches us proper technique. He always coaches us to be the best possible lineman we can be. Kind
of live up to that, right? Live up to that role model there.
Coach, now we're to the real part of the season, the high school playoffs.
That's right.
You host Station. Does it just have a different feel to it? How do you prepare for a game like this?
Well, you have to stay focused. I told the kids yesterday, sent a message, we have to be laser sharp focused. Even though it's Bryan Station, we have to get after it. It's playoffs. You lose, you go home. I'm not ready to go home. I don't think these seniors are ready to go home, so we have to get after it.
I like that. Nobody's not ready to go home.
Winner go home.
Winner play some football. Thanks, guys. Great job, and thank you for joining us on the show. That's the Commodores of Tates Creek under great leadership of Coach Antoine Sims here. And now we're going to this feature as Little P takes us out to one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Kentucky. He happens to be the quarterback here at Lexington Catholic. Little P.
Panel here from the Scholastic Ball Report, and today we are starting a brand new segment called Lil Ps Pick of the Week. And this week I have picked one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Kentucky. He is only a sophomore and goes to Lexington Catholic High School, Bo Allen. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so my first question I have for you here is, how are you able to elevate your game and be the #1 signal caller in only the 10th grade?
I would say just coming here as much as I can and being with my coaches. Coach Barry's a great head coach and quarterback coach, and just learning as much as I can from him and doing as much as I can physically and mentally for him.
For sure. So my next question that I have for you here is, what do you think your keys to success will be in tomorrow's game versus Bath County?
I would say our keys to success, just our game plan that we have for them and just playing as fast as possible, as physical as possible. And just not giving up at all and not letting up and just playing the whole game and fully strong through the whole game.
Best of luck for that game.
Thank you.
I want to see you put up big numbers out there too. A bunch of touchdown passes, everything. Okay, so my last and final question that I have for you here is, how are you able to maintain your grades in school and at the same way be your best on the gridiron?
I would say just try to get as much as I can done in school and do as much homework as I can at home and just kind of work right around football and just just look at everything that's going on in class and pay attention and see what's going on at all times.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Bo, I wish you the best of luck for the rest of your season. Tell the team that I said good luck to. And before we leave, I want to make sure, since I know that you're a quarterback, can you throw me a quick pass real quick?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Woo! Oh, touchdown! Ah! Oh!
Welcome back into our most popular segment, because what it does, it highlights academics and young ladies and young men doing great things in the classroom. And from Henry Clay, we got Coach Groupie in here. He's got 3 outstanding scholar athletes again. What a surprise.
I'm not surprised, Gary.
I know. Every year we get great athletes.
Every week.
Olivia, you have a 4.49. So first off, congratulations for that. That's quite a GPA there. And you have a lot of interest, in your personal life and everything too. What lesson did volleyball teach you this season?
Well, I've learned a whole bunch of stuff from this team and this sport. I'd probably say the most important this year is just, no matter what, coming in the next day, working hard, being positive, being a team with all these great players, just working hard together.
Positive attitude goes a long way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, you have a 4.52 GPA in AP courses. What allows you to exceed in class and do so well on the court?
Well, it's a matter of work ethic and commitment to achieve the goals I set for myself. And it's very similar for volleyball in school, because it's putting in the time and the work to, get a positive result.
And I don't want to mess up your name, Miana, right?
Mayana.
Mayana, got it. Okay, Mayana. Okay. You have a 4.32. You're also attending Oakland University, so congratulations for that. Talk to us about preparation, and also how do you prepare for a match and a big exam coming up, maybe?
For matches, I would just say, eating good, getting yourself mentally ready to play, like regardless of the team it is or whoever it is. Get a good warm-up in. Make sure you're going to enjoy yourself, I guess. Like, having fun's a big part of it.
Oh, yeah.
And for exams, I really could say it's the same thing, just it's a big mental preparation. I'm like a big part of mental things. So prepare mentally, eat good, have confidence that you're going to do well, all that.
Coach Groupie, you not only have great teams on the court, but you also have terrific ladies off the court. What's the recipe for this at Henry Clay?
Well, I'm not sure about a recipe. I think Olivia's.
He's not Colonel Sam.
No, Olivia's the cook or the baker here. Yeah. But I'd have to say I hope we have a little bit of a recipe, but I think it's really comes down to the ingredients. Over the last 20 years, I've been really blessed to I'm a part of a great school, great administration, great support staff there, all the adults there, exceptional young ladies throughout those years, and then a lot of good supportive parents. So I think it's the ingredients, and a lot of great assistant coaches through the years too. So.
Like Coach said, Olivia, where did this love of baking come from? I mean, obviously, it's something you really enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did an internship my sophomore year at Sunrise Bakery, and ever since then, I've just been baking things throughout the house. They actually offered me a job there, so I've been working there for about 2 years. And ever since then, I've just loved making things, seeing how people react to, trying them, eating them, decorating, just all kinds of different things that go into it.
Free plug there for Sunrise Bakery.
There you go.
Ashley, you chose to study biology to help prepare you for physical therapy. Why did you choose this field?
Well, I've always been interested in my science classes, and I think physical therapy is a good career where you can help people and ultimately have a good end result.
Are you firm on your nursing commitment, or going to major in nursing? Are you pretty firm on that?
As of right now, I'm pretty solid on it, but people change their majors like 3 and 4 times in college.
Right, that's true.
It could change, but right now I'm really liking going nursing. So.
Well, one thing you're going to like, and Coach knows, every year Crown Trophy presents a beautiful plaque to our scholar athletes. We've given out probably well over 1,000 of these. If you'll pass that down to your teammate there, all 3 of you will receive one. Go to see Mr. Tyson there, Ryan at Crown. He'll personalize that for you with your name and school, no charge. Congratulations. You got a great season. Coach, you do a terrific job there at Henry Clay, and we appreciate all the young ladies you always bring on the show. And good luck in the future as well.
Thank you.
That's our great scholars from Henry Clay Volleyball. What a terrific program they've got there at Henry Clay on the volleyball side. Now we're going to this Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down 27 to Nicholasville, Kentucky.
time for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. This is Madison Southern's Landon Stacy has his pass tipped into the air and right into the hands of Tobias Storm for the Eagles touchdown. Take another look at it. The defender tips the ball in the air, and it is an early Christmas present for Tobias Storm. I'm WKYT's Lee K. Howard, and that is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into UK Sports Medicine segment. Of course, our title sponsor on the show with my intern out of Model, Cole Wilson, Gary Ball, and Jake Jacobs. Always great to have you on the Scholastic. You do such a great job out there, Bryan Station.
Thank you.
You know, we're going to talk about a subject that maybe people haven't thought about a whole lot, but do I need to take supplements?
Supplements, it's hard to say. If you're well nourished, then really not. But most people today really are on fast foods and really on the go so much that maybe supplements might help. But I definitely recommend you talk to the doctor before you start taking any supplements.
Gotcha.
So I should definitely ask a doctor before I
definitely ask a doctor, because if you were taking any medications and you would take some supplements that might affect with your medications, and we don't want anything to interfere with that. How do I know the quality of the supplement? I mean, are they safe for me? The worst part about supplements is that you're not sure what you're actually taking. Mm-hmm. The FDA really doesn't regulate them. There are some companies say that they are. But it's hard to say, so make sure you know a reputable brand, know that, and make sure you research the supplement online. There's so many sites you could go to. Because just because they're on the shelves at GNC, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean they're safe supplements, does it? Okay. Not always. That's what you think. That's what I'm saying. Research it all.
I'm just saying.
Make sure you have good documentation as work. And just don't take your buddy's word for it.
Right.
Yeah, so research the supplement before taking it, and don't trust commercials.
Don't trust your buddies. He just said that.
What might work for you, Gary, might not work for me, or vice versa. So what work for some people won't work for others.
Why are we hearing about so many guys that are abusing these supplements right now?
Everybody wants the pill that does everything, just one little thing. The easy way is always
that makes him Superman.
One pill. There's not a pill that I know of that can do that yet. But I know they heard on the news that they were working on it.
Great stuff, Jake. And the walk-in clinic is, there's the website, the phone number right there. Just give them a call. The walk-in clinic's open every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. right there.
7:30.
7:30. And what a beautiful facility there. If you haven't been to that new Turfland, used to be the old Turfland Mall, right?
Right.
Right there. Man, that is a beautiful facility. You got to go check it out, Cole.
All right, I haven't been.
You got to go check it out. But thanks, Jake. That's good stuff. That's Jake Jacobs. And now we're going to these final highlights. It's high school playoff action around the state of Kentucky. And these highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com. William Moorfield, the king of string.
And off to Richmond, it's Henry Clay visiting Madison Central. The Devils have won 5 of their last 7 this season. Central comes out swinging after being down 7 at the half. Dalton Combs to Antoine Wofford for that 38-yard touchdown, ties it at 7. Now Henry Clay not going away, firing back with this drive. Tyreek Clark with a nice pickup that resulted in a field goal. Blue Devils beat Central 20-7 to move on. Henry Clay goes to Scott County in round 2 next week.
Lexington Catholic opening the Class 3A playoffs at home against Bath County. Knights opening possession of the game. Damian Jones rips off a run of 20 yards down to the Bath County 16-yard line. Next play, Bo Allen throws far side to Nathan Schnurr for a gain of 11 down to the 5-yard line. That sets up this. Jones to finish off the drive with a 3-yard touchdown run. That made it 7-zip. Lex Cath, and this one was a back-and-forth battle, but Catholic pulls it out 49-39. Catholic will host Garrett next week. Scott County rolls in this one 43-14.
LCA goes on to win 48-0.
Can you believe the GPAs of those scholar athletes from Henry Clay? I mean, the lowest was a 4.32 up to a 5.52.
I mean, that's insane. I can't hardly believe that at all.
Coach Groupie's Henry Clay girls volleyball team GPA 4.2.
That's higher than mine. I mean, and that's combined. So.
And look out for those Commodores of Tates Creek. Coach Sims, a good friend of mine, they will be a force, and they will be a force to be reckoned with in the 6A playoffs.
Got some good-looking athletes from what we saw today.
They will be outstanding. And Little P, another great feature, Little P, as always on the Scholastic Ball Report. For those you see, those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Robertson Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.